Hi everyone, so welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am going to discuss about the first exercise of mensuration of class 10th AP, TS and NCERT. So it is also useful for all other competitive exams, right? So for the detailed description of the formulas, so the derivation of the formulas, you can go with my videos which are present in my channel, right? Now let us start this particular chapter. So don't skip the video, so please go throughout the last of the video, so watch it till the end. Now let us see whenever you want to do problems related to mensuration, the two three-dimensional figures, so you need to remember all these formulae. So all these formulae you need to list them out and you need to remember these, right? Now let's see. So first is nothing but cuboid. So cuboid means you will have length, breadth and height. So since we are having three unknown quantities, so if you know these three unknown quantities, you can find out lateral surface area, total surface area and volume of any figure, right? Now in this particular thing, so what I am going to discuss is, so I am not going to discuss about these formulas, so just you need to remember all these, right? So if you are good at these formulae, so then automatically you can solve any problem. And one more thing so that you need to do here is, so you need to correlate each other. So first and second formulas, so cube and cuboid will have same type of formula. Next, right prism and right pyramid, so looks like the same. Next, cylinder and cone will have similar formulae. Next, sphere and hemisphere will have similar formulae, right? So you need to remember all these formulae, right? So to solve any problem, so it is must to have all the, right, next all the formulae. Next, coming to lateral surface area, curved surface area. So lateral surface area means if you are having flat surfaces, then we call it as curved lateral surface area. If it is a curvature, then we call it as curved surface area. So in this particular lateral or curved surface area, we don't consider the top and bottom of the given figure. The top surface and the bottom surface we will not consider. Whereas in total surface area, so we will consider the lateral surface area as well as the top and bottom surface areas, right? So in short, we will be representing this particular lateral surface area as LSA and CSA for convenience, right? So throughout the chapter, so wherever we use the word LSA, that means lateral surface area, or CSA means curved surface area. The same way, so whenever we use TSA, that means total surface area. Next, volume is nothing but the space occupied by that particular object, right? So area and volume both are different. So area means nothing but on the plane the space occupied. So the space occupied on the plane is nothing but area, whereas volume means nothing but the space occupied. So that means in the three-dimensional plane, so the space occupied by the particular object is nothing but we call it as volume, right? So volume we generally represented with the letter V. Okay, next coming to, so one more additional formula about this particular cuboid is nothing but its diagonal. So diagonal is nothing but given by square root of L square plus B square plus H square. The same way for a cube, the diagonal is given by square root of A square plus A square plus A square, right? So for these cuboid formulas, instead of L, B and H, if you replace A's, then you are going to get this particular cube formula, right? So from this what I can say, it is nothing but A into root 3 units. So diagonal of cube is nothing but A root 3 units. So likewise you can remember all these formulas. So this I can make it as some P into H, right? So you can remember it as perimeter of the base into height. So here half into perimeter of the base into slant height, so which I can write as half into P into L. So likewise you can make all the remembrances. Next, for circular cone, so there is one more relation. So here L square is equal to H square plus R square. So this slant height and this height and radius, so the relationship between these three things is nothing but L square is equal to H square plus R square, so which is not given here. So you need to remember this also. Okay. Whereas for sphere and hemisphere, so these are simple because it has only one unknown. So if you know this one quantity, then you can find out anything, right? So for right circular cone, you need to have any of, so from these three you might have, so you should have any two, right? For right pyramid, so the same thing, perimeter of the base means you need to have the perimeter of the base and height. Whereas so these all are nothing but the things which you need to have to find anything related to that particular figure, right? For cube, only one side of the cube is enough. Likewise, so these all are the things that are given. So you need to understand, so what are the unknowns that we should know to find out these lateral surface area, total surface area and the volume of the given conditions, right? Now let's move on to exercise number 1, because you know already all these formulae. So before going to solve the problems, just go through these formula sheet, right? Next, moving on to exercise 10.1. So the question is, a joker's cap is in the form of a right circular cone whose base radius is 7 centimeters and height is 24 centimeters. Find the area of the sheet required to make 10 such caps. So this question is very important. So whenever you solve a problem in mensuration, so just you need to understand the question first, and after that you need to understand the question, and then what are the things that are given. So based on that we are going for the calculation, right? Now we are going to do the solution. So before going to that, a joker's cap, so you might have seen a joker cap, right? So a joker cap will be in the shape of a cone, right? Now will it contain the base here? So will the joker cap contains the base? So if there is any base here, so if there is any base, can you put on the cap on your head? So you cannot. That means indirectly you can understand that this particular joker cap will not have any base, right? So this base is empty. That means, so you don't have any base here. So if you don't have any base, that means what area we should find? So we should find the lateral surface area. Since this is a curved, so since it is having curvature, so we need to find out curved surface area, right? Understood? So why we are taking curved surface area only, not total surface area, right? Now from the given condition, so what are the things that are given? So he has given base radius, right? So what is base radius that is given? So base radius is given as R. So you need to remember those notations. So R is 7 centimeters. Next, what he has given? So has he given slant height or height? So he has given height. Height is nothing but represented by H, so which is given as 24 centimeters. So from this, so if I draw the figure, so this is 7 centimeters and this particular height is 24 centimeters. So we need to find out slant height. Since what do I need to find? So curved surface area, no? So here I am taking curved surface area of cap. So cap is nothing but in the shape of cone. So what is curved surface area formula? So it is nothing but pi into R into L. So already I mentioned no there. So you need to remember all these formulae. So which I can write it as pi into R into, do you know L value? So since we don't know L value, but we know from the relation L is nothing, L square is nothing but H square plus R square. So from that I can write it as L is equal to square root of H square plus r square directly here. So no need of using the concept of L. So what is the value of pi? So here, since radius is given as 7 centimeters, so we can make use of 22 by 7 into, what is radius here? So radius is 7 into square root of, what is h square? So h square is nothing but, so it is height, no? So 24 square plus 7 square. So to avoid confusion, so what we are going to do is, so if there is nothing in the denominator, so we'll keep ones in the denominator, right? So to avoid confusion, so some students may cancel out the things which are in the same numerators. So to avoid that, so what I am doing is, so I am going to write ones in the denominator. So this becomes 22 by 7 into, so here this 7 and 7 gets cancelled, no? So we can do cancellation here. Next, what I am going to left here, so 22 by 1 into, so this total thing is 1, so no need of writing that. So this becomes, so 24 square is 576 plus 7 square is nothing but 49 divided by 1. Since both the denominators are ones, no need of writing that. So 22 into square root of 576 plus 49 is 625. So this gives me 22 into 25. So 22 into 25, how much? So 22 into 25. So if you multiply, so 25, 22. So 2 5s are 10, 2 2s are 4, 1 is carried, so 1. So 2 5s are 10. So again you will be getting 50. So what is the value? 550. So this is nothing but 550 centimeter square. So for how many caps this is? So this is for only one cap, right? But what is the question asked? Area of sheet required for 10 such caps. So CSA of 10 caps is equal to, so what we can say, CSA of 1 cap into number of caps, which is nothing but 10. So which gives me 550 into 10 is equal to 5500 centimeter square, right? So if in the question, so if we ask you to take pi is equal to 3.14, then you need to take 3.14 only. You should not consider 22 by 7. So I hope you have understood this problem, right? Next, moving on to question number 2. See, a sports company was ordered to prepare 100 paper cylinders for shuttlecocks. So you know shuttlecocks, right? So all the Wimbledon shuttle players are there, no? Like PV Sindhu, Saina Nehwal, right? So they used to play shuttle for our country, right? Now here what he is saying, so there was an order for preparing 100 paper cylinders. The required dimensions of the cylinder are 35 centimeters length or height. So if you make it to sleep, then it becomes length. If you make it to stand, then it becomes height. And here radius is given as 7 centimeters. So find the required thin paper to make 100 cylinders, right? Now here you need to understand whether to take CSA or TSA. So that is the biggest question which comes in mind here, right? See, have you ever seen a paper cylinder? So paper cylinder shuttle for shuttlecocks. So in that you will have paper only in this particular shape. So on the topper side and the bottom side you will have plastic caps, right? So since these are made of plastic caps, that means top and bottom we are not considering. So clearly we need to find out lateral surface area only here, right? So clearly what he has given, so this is 35 centimeters, so which is nothing but my height of this particular cup cylinder. Next, radius is given as 7 centimeters. So here what we need to find now, you need to find out curved surface area only, not total surface area, because we know how the figure looks. Okay, so if you don't know, then directly you can go for total surface area. So if you don't know clearly what what should be applied, then you can go for total surface area. But here I know the structure of the figure, so I am considering curved surface area, right? So what are the things that are given? So height of cylinder is given. So height of cylinder, so given that height of cylinder h is equal to how much? 35 centimeters. Next, what is given? Radius. So radius is equal to r is equal to 7 centimeters. Now what I need to find? Curved surface area of cylinder. So CSA of cylinder is given by, so what is the formula? 2 pi RH. What is the formula? 2 pi RH. Now when I substitute, so 2 by 1 into, so pi I can write it as 22 by 7 because there is no restriction here. Next, radius is given as 7, so 7 by 1 into height is given as 35 by 1. Now on simplification, so 7 gets cancelled. Next, what I got? So 35 2s are 70 into 22. So I need to multiply 22 7s are 7 2s are 14, 7 2s are 14, 15. So this gives me 1540 centimeter square. So this is nothing but CSA of one cylinder. But what do I need? I need 100 cylinders, no? So what I am going to write? So area of paper for 100 cylinders. So 100 cylinders is equal to 1 cylinder area into 100. So which gives me 15,400 centimeter square. See, for suppose in some questions he will be asking, so change it into meter square. So in some questions he will be asking to change it into meter square. Then what I am going to do is, so what is the value of 1 meter in centimeters? So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, no? So since the given thing is in centimeters, right? Centimeter square. So if I want to get centimeter square, what I should do? I need to do squaring on both sides. That means 1 meter square is equal to 100 square is nothing but how much? 10,000 centimeter square. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 meter square is equal to 1000 centimeter square. Sorry, 1000 centimeter square. So from this, what is the value of 1 centimeter square then? So 1 by 10,000 meter square. So if I want to convert this centimeter square into meter square, so what I should do? So 15,000 into 1 centimeter square is nothing but 1 by 10,000 meter square, right? So instead of centimeter square, I am going to write 1 by 10,000 meter square. So 3 zeros gets cancelled and one more 0 is there, no? So I can write it as 15.4 meter square. So if you want to represent this in meter square, you can represent in meter square. If you want to represent in centimeter square, so you can leave as it is, right? Next, moving on to question number 3, right? So this is very simple. So what is given? So asked to find out volume of right circular cone. Volume of right circular cone. So to find out volume of right circular cone, so first of all write down the given things. So what are the given things? So he has given radius of cone is equal to how much? 6 centimeters, so which is denoted by R. Next, what is given? So height of cone. So height of cone is represented by H. So what is H given? 7 centimeters. So clearly what I need to find here? So volume of cone, no? So what is the formula of volume of cone? So volume of cone is represented by V, which is nothing but 1/3 pi R square H. So which gives me, so 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into, what is radius here? 6 square. That means 6 by 1 into 6 by 1 into height is nothing but 7 by 1. So 7 gets cancelled. This 3 in 6 table 2 times. So 22 2s 44. So 44 into 6. So 6 4s are 24. 6 4s are 24. 26. Then what is the volume? 264 So what are the units? So here units are important. So since it is volume, then we will have cubic centimeters or centimeter cube. So this is nothing but the volume of the cone. So volume of cone is given by 1/3 pi r square h. Right. Next, moving on to one more question. See here, the lateral surface area of a cylinder is equal to curved surface area of cone. What is given? Lateral surface area of cylinder is equal to curved surface area of cone if the radius be same. If radius be same, so that means both are having same radius, then the ratio of height of the cylinder and slant height of cone he is asking. Right. Now from this, LSA of cylinder is equal to CSA of cone. So LSA of cylinder is equal to CSA of cone. Write down the formula. So what is LSA of cylinder? So it is nothing but 2 pi RH is equal to, what is CSA of cone? It is nothing but pi r L. So since radius is given as same, no, so that's why we took both as r only. So on both sides what I can do? I can cancel pi and r. Then what I am left with? So 2h is equal to L here. So what is he asking? Ratio of height of cylinder and slant height of cone. That means I need h by L, right? So if there is nothing, that means 1 is present in the denominators. So from this what I am going to get? So this L I will be cross multiplying and this 2 I will be cross multiplying. Then what I am going to get? H by L is equal to 1 by 2. So from this, h is to L is equal to 1 is to 2. So what is the answer? H is to L is equal to 1 is to 2. So the answer is 1 is to 2. Right. Next, question number 5. A self-help group is there, so wants to manufacture joker cap. So joker cap means the same thing which we have done in the first problem, right? But here the dimensions have changed. So what he has given? What is the radius? So radius is given as, so radius is equal to r is equal to 3 centimeters. Since here we are talking about cone, so that's why we are talking only about cone. So directly we are writing radius of cone. So radius of cone r is equal to 3 centimeters. Next, what he has given? Height of cone. So height of cone h is equal to 4 centimeters. Now what he is saying? If the available color paper sheet is 1000 centimeters square, then how many caps can be manufactured from that sheet? So he is asking how many caps can he manufacture. So in the previous question, so he has given that he wants 10 caps. So how much area is required? Here he has given its converse. So converse means nothing but reverse, right? So here we need to find, so we are given with a sheet, and from that how many caps can we manufacture, that he is asking, right? So what I can say? So area of color sheet. So area of color sheet is given as 1000 centimeter square. Now if you want number of caps, so number of caps that can be manufactured, so number of caps is equal to, in the previous thing we have found area is equal to number of caps into CSA of each cap, no? Here, so by rearranging that, we get number of caps is equal to area of color sheet divided by CSA of cone. So this is nothing but the formula now which we have used in question number 1. So on rearranging we are going to get number of caps. Now we don't know CSA of cone, no. So we are going to find it out. So CSA of cone. So what is the formula? So CSA of cone is nothing but pi r L. So since we don't know the slant height, so directly we are going to write the formula as pi r into square root of h square plus r square. So which I can write it as 22 by 7 into, what is the radius given? 3. So 3 by 1 into square root of height is 4 square plus radius is 3 square divided by 1. On simplification, so 22 by 7 into 3 by 1 into, so 4 square plus 3 square is nothing but 5 square. So already you know Pythagorean triplet, right? So 3 square plus 4 square is nothing but 5 square. That means square root of will be removed, so you will get 5 by 1. So from this what I am going to get? So 22 into 15. So 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10 plus 1 11. So 1 2s are 2, 1 2s are 2. So what I am going to get? 330. So 330 divided by 7. So I am getting 330 divided by 7 because I am not having any cancellation here. Now when I substitute this value here, so area of sheet is nothing but 1000 divided by CSA of cone. So CSA of cone is nothing but 330 by 7 centimeter square. So when I substitute here, so I am going to substitute here. So while substituting, so you should be careful because here this CSA is already in fraction form. So first of all you need to do, so you need to write this as 1000 divided by 1 to avoid confusion. So after that divide by 30 by 7. So this becomes 1000 by 1 into, so since in the denominator we are having a fraction, so it becomes the reciprocal of that. So by, so when I cancel this 0 and 0, so what I am going to get? 700 divided by 33. Now I need to divide this. So 33 2s. So divide 700 with 33. So 33 2s. How much? 66. So how much is left? 40. Right? So 33 ones are 33. And how much is left? 7. So nearly, so completely how many caps we can form? So we can prepare 21 caps because this point after something, so whatever the thing that we get, so that will be goes as a waste, right? So totally how many caps we can form here? 21 caps. Okay, likewise you need to simplify. Right, next moving on to question number 6. A cylinder and a cone have bases of equal radii and are of equal heights. So heights are same as well as radii also same. That means, so if I consider cylinder here and if I consider cone, so what is radius of cylinder? So radius is r. For this also, for cone also radius is equal to r. Next, what about height of this? So if height of cylinder is h, then height of cone is also, so height of cone is also h. Now what is he asking? Show that their volumes are in the ratio 3:1. So what I am going to do is, so volume of cylinder divided by volume of cone. So volume of cylinder divided by volume of cone. So already we know volume of cylinder formula, right? So what is the formula? Pi into r square into h divided by 1 by 3 into pi into r square h. So clearly, since r and h of corresponding figures are same, so we can cancel out this pi r square h and this pi r square h. So what I am left with? So 1 by 1 by 3. 1 by 1 by 3. So this I can write it as 3 by 1. So from this what I can say? Volume of cylinder is to volume of cone is equal to 3:1. Right? So this is what is asked you to prove. So we have proved it. Right? Next moving on to one more question. So what is given here? A solid iron rod which is in the shape of a cylinder, right? So it is in the shape of a cylinder. So there is a cylindrical rod, so which is in the shape of a cylinder, and it is having height 11 centimeters and the diameter is given as 7 centimeters. So automatically radius becomes 7 by 2 centimeters. So find the volume of 50 such rods. So he's asking you to find out volume of 50 rods. So for that, what we should do, first of all we need to find out volume of one rod, and you need to multiply with 50, right? So what are all the things given? So given height of cylinder. So given height of cylinder is equal to h, which is nothing but 11 centimeters he has given. Next he has given diameter of cylinder. Otherwise, so instead of cylinder you can write it as rod. So diameter of rod. So diameter of rod is nothing but we can write it as 2r. 2r is equal to given as 7 centimeters. So when diameter is given, so you need to convert it into radius. So radius of rod is equal to 7 by 2 centimeters. See here, so don't write 7 by 2 as 3.5 centimeters, right? So to solve the problems, so it will be useful to write it in fraction form only, right? Next, volume of 50 rods. So here I am going to find out directly the volume of 50 rods. So which is given by 50 into volume of each rod. Okay, so which I can write it as 50 into volume of one rod is nothing but, so what is the formula? Pi r square h. So which gives me 50 by 1 into, so pi is nothing but 22 by 7 into, what is radius here? So 7 by 2 into 7 by 2 into, what is height? Height is nothing but 11. So 11 by 1. So 1 7 gets cancelled. So in 2 table, so I can cancel it 11 times. Again in 2 table, this 50 I can cancel 25 times. Now what are all the things that are left over? So 25 into, so this is nothing but 11 square into 7. So I can write it as 25 into 11 square is 121 into 7. Now multiply the things. So what I am going to get? So 25 into 7. So how much we are going to get? So 175. So 175 into 121. So with one table, so 175. With 2 table, so 2 5s are 10. So 2 7s are 14. 115. So 2 1s are 2. 1 3. Again we are going to get one table, so 175. So what I am going to get? 5 7. So 5 plus 5 10 plus 1 11, right? So 1 will be carried, so again you will get 11. So 1 will be carried 2. So what I am going to get? So 21175 centimeter. So what is the volume, units of volume? Cube. So 21175 centimeter cube is nothing but volume of 50 rods, right? Next, moving on to, so the one more question. So a heap of rice in the shape of a cone of diameter 12 meters. So there is a heap of rice, right? So that particular heap is in the shape of a cone and its diameter is given as 12 meters. So if diameter is 12, radius is 6 meters. Next, its height is given as 8 meters. Now what is he asking? Find its volume and how much canvas cloth is required to cover the heap. See, so to cover the heap, where should we keep the canvas cloth? So the canvas cloth should be kept around. Since we don't want to have any, so we don't want to cover any base right here. Since the rice is already poured, so you cannot lift it up and you cannot keep the cloth, right? So that's why what we need to find here. So whenever you want to cover the heap, so you need to cover only from top side. That means we need to find out CSA of cone. So you need to have clarity here, right? Now let us see what are the things that are given. So what are the things that are given? So first one is diameter. So diameter of cone is given, right? So diameter of cone is nothing but 2 times of radius, so which is given as 12 meters. So we will get the radius of cone. So radius of cone is equal to r, so which is nothing but 6 meters. Next he has given height also, no? So height is represented by h, so which is nothing but 8 meters. So from this what I can find? So I can find out volume of heap. So volume of rice heap is nothing but volume of cone. So volume of cone is nothing but 1/3 pi r square h. Now substitute the values. So 1/3 into 2. So he is asking you to consider 3.14, no? So you need to consider the value as 3.14 here. So you should be careful while reading the question. So radius, so what is the radius given? 8/1 into 8/1 into what is the height? So height, sorry, what is the radius given? So radius is given as 6 meters, no? So 6/1 into 6/1 into height is 8, so 8/1, right? So this cancels 2 times, so 3 2s are 6, so 6 2s are 12, 12 8s are 96, so 96 into 3.14. So calculate the value and write the answer in the comment box. Okay, next the same way we are going to find out how much canvas cloth is required, right? So to find out how much canvas cloth is required, so what should we do? So we should find out the CSA, right? So CSA of cone is nothing but, so CSA of cloth is nothing but, so canvas of cloth required. So canvas of cloth is nothing but equal to the CSA of cone. So from this what I can say? So what is the formula? Pi r L, but L we don't know, no? So what I can write? So pi r into square root of h square plus r square. So when I substitute the values, 22/7 into, sorry, here also we should not consider 22/7, no, because in the question he has mentioned to take it as 3.14. So 3.14 into what is the radius? So radius is 6, so 6/1 into root over h square means 8 square plus radius square means 6 square. So this becomes 10. So 3.14 into 6 into, so since all the denominators are ones, so no need of writing, so this becomes 10. So you multiply this and write down the answer in the comment box. Okay, right? Next, moving on to one more question. So what he has given? The curved surface area of cone is 4070 centimeters square and its diameter is 70 centimeters. Then what is its slant height? Right, he is talking about cone, right? So about cone. So what is CSA of cone? So CSA of cone is nothing but, what is the formula? Pi RL, and he has given this value as 4070 centimeters square. Next, what else he has given? Diameter, right? So diameter of cone, so diameter of cone is nothing but 2 times of radius, so which is nothing but 70 centimeters. So from this we can find out radius of the cone, no? So radius of cone is equal to r, which is nothing but 35 centimeters. And what is he asking? He is asking you to find out the slant height. So when I equate this, so in this particular expression, so in this particular equation, if I substitute these values, then what I am going to get? So I can take pi as 22/7 into radius is 35, so 35/1 into, I need slant height, so I will be taking as L is equal to 4070/1. Now since I need slant height, so L is equal to, since I need slant height, so L is equal to, so this I can write as 4070/1 into, so this 22/7 becomes 7/22 into this 35/1 becomes 1/35. So first of all what we are going to do is, so a 7 table 35 goes 5 times, again this 5 in 4070, so divide 4070 with 5, so 5 8s are 40. Next, So 5 ways are 40, next 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5, next 5 fours 20. So what I got? 814, right? So 814 divided by 22. So 814 divided by 22. So again in 22 table, so if you go cancelling it, so 22. So is this correct? So 22. So 22 3s are 66. So 11 minus 6 is 5. Here 7 minus 6 is 1. So 154. Next it goes 7 times. 22 7s are 154. So what I am going to get? The slant height is 154 centimeters, right? So the slant height of this particular thing is 154 centimeters. So this is all about exercise number 1. So thank you for watching the video. So if you haven't subscribed the channel, so please subscribe the channel and share with your friends, relatives and all others, so those who need these particular concepts, right? So thank you for watching.